Welcome to the Critics Corner. Today I'm going to talk about the show called Sirens, which is based on three main characters, three women, all very different. They are navigating life with their own set of issues and circumstances that they are trying to work through to continue living. And it all takes place at this beautiful estate in back east. I'm not sure if it's the Hamptons, but it's a beautiful estate. They have galas there. It's very elite. They have lots of servants there. They have several different houses there for the staffing of the servants. And so anyway, we have the three characters, Kiki, Devon, and Simone. Now, Kiki, played by Julianne Moore, she is a high-powered attorney that's turned socialite a housewife to a billionaire. And they met when he was a married man. They married with certain conditions in his prenup that she be able to have children for him or she gets no money in the event of a divorce. So keep in mind, she is an attorney and she signs this prenup. But you can only imagine that there must be some kind of insecurity going on there now that she hasn't been able to have children for this man. And he also has a family that he feels that he can't see because of the dynamic with the way he divorced the first wife, which was their mother. So I call her a fake friend who is overly controlling and dramatic. That's what I thought of the Kiki character. Now you have the sister, Devon. She is insecure and loud, ball of chaos. Like wherever she goes, there's confusion. She works at a fast dining restaurant as a waitress. She's taking care of her father who has dementia, which causes her extreme stress. She smokes, drinks, has casual sex with anybody. She has no boundaries and isn't aware of social cues or etiquette. Then you have the youngest sister, Simone, who's trying to change her life and move past the dysfunction that she had in her family. She was put into a foster care as a child, and at some point, her sister retrieved her and began to take care of her older sister, Devon. The sister stepped up and became a mother figure to her, made sure she went to school and helped support her while she was in Yale. This fast forward, the sister is now, the younger sister Simone is now working as the assistant to Kiki, Julianne Moore, this social butterfly, this socialite woman who, it's just crazy. She acts like a role model for Simone, who is 25 years old, and she's trying to Simone, like I said, is trying to shake off these toxic influences from her past. But, Kiki is a calm, nurturing, and caring person. She treats Simone as a best friend, a toxic best friend. It's hard to realize how toxic she is because she comes across like a very kind person, but she's extremely controlling, dramatic, and pretentious. Kiki helps Simone elevate her look, her status, her etiquette, all of that stuff. As the show goes on at this beautiful estate, these three character types, there's lots of tension and stress and drama that unfolds. Fast forward to coming to the end, where if you haven't seen the show, you might want to turn it off now. But fast forward, coming to the end, where the billionaire husband leaves Julianne Moore's character, Kiki, for Simone for a variety of reasons. I think it's because they have a lot more in common and he wants to be able to see his family that he hasn't seen for 10 years, his children and his grandchildren. And he also states that he wants more children, which was very clear. He had that in his prenup. So I think a lot of times people don't take to heart what people are trying to tell them. If somebody is in a relationship and they say, hey, I want more children, you don't try to convince them that they don't want more children. You realize that either we are compatible in that way or we're not. I've had to walk away from relationships that we were not compatible, but they were fantastic people. So that is, other people will just think that he was a billionaire playboy. He didn't come across that way to me. He came across more like just a grounded guy, and Kiki was a little bit more affected, you know, with the birds and all this other stuff and coming up with these hey-heys. And, you know, meanwhile, she is very insecure. You know, she has not given this man children, and she understands the prenup, and without him, she does. Peter, the character played by Kevin Bacon, ends up with Simone. They seem like a happy fit. And they can have a happy life. Now, the sister, Devin, the one who's really toxic, goes back and decides she doesn't want any of this, even though Simone extends an olive branch. She decides, I don't want any of this. I'm just going to go back and do my life and be with the people, my father and my my boss is married, you know, and just do what I do. And then Kiki, she's just kind of like, you know, out. All the drama that she was distracting herself with came home flooding her in the face when she saw a picture of her then husband Peter kissing Simone. She realized, oh boy, okay, this is real. I didn't give this guy kids, and here we are. So at the very end of the show, you see Devin and Kiki on a ferry back together. And I just think that it's misery loves company. You have two toxic people who are commiserating. And mind you, just a few minutes earlier, those two people were yelling at each other. Devin was calling her names and all kinds of stuff in front of people, being overly dramatic. And now that they're on this journey, this ferry going back together, now Devin is kind of excited to talk to her, you know, because misery loves company. That's the way I interpreted this show of these three different women. And I actually championed Simone because I thought Simone was very brave. She was trying to change a lot of things about herself that she didn't like. She was trying to move away from a toxic past and step into a light. She said at one point that she felt very calm and peaceful. And those things are extremely, extremely important. Your environment, feeling calm, peaceful, safe. And she didn't feel that way around her sister or around her father, and her mother, I believe, tried to kill her. Now, Kiki provided that, but Kiki had her own issues as well. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Anyway, that's my take on Sirens, and this is the Critics Corner. Bye. This is worth noting. Simone was not manipulative. She was not conspiring behind Kiki's back on how to take her husband. That kind of fell in her lap. So, you know, I'm cutting Simone a lot of slack, and I've seen in comments and other people that they don't like her, but whatever it is, however you feel the way you feel. But anyway, I'm interested to see what you guys thought.